going into the final round of the SMX playoffs in Vegas. There is some big money on the line, and it has to happen in certain ways for certain people. Now, obviously, going into this, Joe Shimoda is ahead by 10 points, followed by Haiden Deegan, Seth Hammaker, Tom Vial, and Nate Thrasher. So let's just, right here, plain and simple. For Deegan to win, he needs Shimoda to finish third or worse. So that is his way of winning. Down 10 points right now. He needs Shimoda to not finish on the podium, and that's it. That's his way of winning. And there's a lot of funny things that go into this. In Charlotte, if Seth Hammaker hadn't taken a 5-point penalty, he would be in second place right now, 5 or 9 points behind Shimoda. So he would have a much better chance of this. Obviously, these are all if, ands, or buts. It doesn't really matter. Obviously, with the Levi Kitchen takeout for Deegan, that cost him a massive amount of points, massive amount of problems, let's put it that way. Especially with Kitchen straight up coming out and just basically saying, there's a lot of money on the line. Yeah, I knew what I was doing. I just went to take him out. Whatever. It's racing. It is what it is. I think it's fine if you're in the championship, if you're number 1 and 2 for some rough riding, takeouts, whatever. If you're out of the championship, it looks pretty bad. I mean, you're ruining a championship for some possible money. I mean, he's sitting there saying like, well, if I had stayed up and gotten a podium, I could have gotten more, but if, ends, or buts with, honey and nuts, whatever. It's going to be exciting though. Obviously, it's going to be the question of what happens here. Does Deegan try and take out Shimoda? Does he just try and get out and do, qualifying lap after qualifying lap, go 1-1 and just let the chips fall where they may? And it's also going to be the question of, nobody else is going to take Shimoda out here. This is not going to be Deegan getting any help from anybody else. There is absolutely no chance of that. Let's be straight up here. Shimoda is likable. He doesn't have any problems, at least that I know of, with anybody. And that's not going to be a thing. You're not going to see Kitchen or Hammaker or Vial or Thrasher or somebody else. I mean, unless Thrasher just wants to play the ultimate teammate game and just say, here you go, Deegan, I'll do the job for you. And, or Davies or somebody else on the Yamaha team. I mean, all they have to do is worry about a written warning saying, don't do that again. There's no real repercussions to this. To me, that's got to change. If you're in the playoffs and, you take out a championship leader or, one of the top 3, there has to be something bigger than just a written warning. I mean, normal season, early in the season, whatever, that's completely separate. But if you're in a playoff situation and you're taking out the lead guys for some more money in your pocket, there's got to be a fine or something else that goes along with this, because otherwise it's stupid. The written warning, issued warning it's not enough. That's my opinion on it here. But it's going to be interesting. Obviously, 2 races, triple points. We all know the math here. Deegan is going to know the math. Shimoda is very well going to know the math. And for him, it's easier. He doesn't need to push as hard. Deegan obviously has to win. He has to go out, get first, and hope. Shimoda only has to get third. Obviously things can happen. A crash, you get caught up by lappers, something breaks on your bike. There's a lot of, things you can't control. But if you go out and you just race consistent, get on the podium, especially if he gets the podium the first race, it obviously depends completely here. If he finishes the first race with a win, it's probably, pretty well sunk that he's gonna win this title. But it's gonna be an exciting one. Obviously, I'm happy for this because it means the final round is actually interesting. It actually means something. Whereas a lot of the times you get to, the final round and somebody's already won and whatever, it's perfectly good. Give them the title and let's move on away from this and start the off season. But this is going to be exciting. Obviously, 4 different teams in the top 4. There's no real team orders, quote unquote, in this sport. So it is going to be, does Deegan take Shimoda out and, just deal with the fine or whatever that he gets for it? But obviously that brings in its own amount of issues of, if you take somebody out, they might, you might fall with them and then you become that problem. But I'm excited. It's going to be a good race. I hope, knock on wood, This is where I'm going to leave you guys. Comment down below. Tell me what you think. Who do you think wins? How do you think they win? Whatever it is, comment down below. Tell me what you think. While you're down there, make sure to like, share, subscribe. Do all the fun things the platform allows you to do because it really just helped me out. And I appreciate it. And with that, I'll see you later. Peace.